talking about. But for those of you unaware, Keiji Inafune, one of the co-creators of Mega Man himself, has recently started a Kickstarter for a new project of his called Mighty Number 9. And it's pretty much Mega Man without actually being Mega Man. And given the current status of Mega Man nowadays, and especially how Capcom's been pretty much ignoring him for the last few years, this is pretty much what hardcore Mega Man fans are looking for their Mega Man fix. And personally, I think this is a really ambitious project. And as you've seen with my earlier Mega Man reviews, usually when the creators of the games are ambitious, they make something really fantastic, such as the likes of Mega Man 2. At the very least, it'll be as good as Mega Man 3. But if you haven't already, you can click on the link in the description and you'll find the link to the Kickstarter program. You can contribute as little as $1. Any little bit helps. But they need to reach a big, I think, well, the project's already funded. They needed $900,000, and that was broken in about 48 hours. So that's all. The game is going to happen. But now they're trying to reach a stretch goal of, I think, $2.2 million so that it actually gets console releases, PS3, 360, and Wii U. Because right now the game is only slated for a PC release. But if you're looking for a Mega Man fix, as long as you don't care if it's actually Mega Man, it might as well be, though, considering all the conceptual designs I've seen in it. But if you're looking for a Mega Man fix, and if you really want to help Keiji Inafune along with his other staff, then by all means, go to the Kickstarter page and fund Mighty Number 9. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to, and something I definitely look forward to reviewing once the game comes out. The slate is not coming out until like April 2015, but it is something that I'm very much looking forward to because it looks like something that Keiji Inafune along with the staff really want to make, and when there's ambition, there's usually a greatness up ahead. But anyway, that's all I want to say. I'll see you guys most likely next week with Mega Man 6, so now I can sign off. Point, and that is Mr. X scheme feeling was the final nail in the coffin. Why else would the climax of this final battle be so easy? Okay, so Wily is down and out for the 6th time, and oh sweet mercy, Mega Man brought a rope! The robot boy finally did something logical and captured Dr. Wily! Alright, to be fair, the endings in the last few Mega Man games didn't exactly leave Mega Man much opportunity to take advantage of the situation, but I still think the ending of 4 is utter horseshit. Still, considering Mega Man just left Wily hanging in the first 2 games, it's good to see Mega Man actually follow up by having Wily arrested this time. Triumphant at last, Mega Man arrested the notorious Dr. Wily and brought him to justice. Sentenced to prison for his crimes, Dr. Wily now rules over a prison cell. At long last, the world is at peace. Whew, that's a relief. It's taken us 6 games, but Dr. Wily is now seen to be continued. An excuse to break out of jail. Well, without thinking about the future for the time being, Mega Man 6, as the last Mega Man game to be released on the NES, is a damn fine game. The environments are nice and varied, the soundtrack is great, the gameplay changes, while small, are enough to make the game stand out on its own merits, and it's great for those looking for a good time. It may not be very difficult, in fact, with it being one of the easiest titles in the franchise, I'm surprised it took me this long to beat it, but the design of the game is well constructed and balanced enough for it to not be an issue. Fun shouldn't just be determined by how hard a game is. That closes the chapter on that book. For the next game in the lineup, we're finally moving on to the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I cannot believe it's taken us this long to finally move up a system. But what adventures await Mega Man in a 16-bit world? Well, tune in next week with Mega Man 7 for the Super Nintendo. This looks awesome. Now, are you going to give me final thoughts or not? My ass is starting to chafe.
Overall, Mega Man 7 has continued to be my favorite classic Mega Man game and favorite Mega Man game entirely. It took the leap into the 16-bit era and has continued to impress me still. Sure, there are some rehashed ideas here and there, but the game is paying homage to its predecessor, just with updated graphics. It's still my favorite title in the series, and I'm even still learning things about it in today's day and age.
I'll admit, when I first played this game, I wasn't that impressed at first. The updated graphics and sound were a pleasure to both the eyes and ears, but it wasn't anything I haven't seen before, I felt. However, after playing through it once more for recording footage, and once again in the Anniversary Collection, there's something about Mega Man 7 that I grew more fond of after playing it multiple times. It definitely has a charm that I find other games in the series don't have. Whether or not it's because of how it's designed overall or the update it looks thanks to Super Nintendo, I'm not entirely sure as of now, but Mega Man 7 is a good game overall. From what I've played so far, Mega Man 7 ranks just a tad behind Mega Man 6, 3, and finally 2. Until it gets a digital release, however, the only way you're playing this on the cheap is via the Anniversary Collection, unless you like spending this kind of money on a Super Nintendo cartridge, or, you can use an emulator. It's not like anything's stopping you from doing so.
So, John, what was the demonic-looking box thing that called you an asshole?
I think you would know more than anybody, Nathan. Wait, why do you ask?
Because it just left in a flash of light, laughing maniacally. You think hijacking your TV was a good idea?
No, Nathan, it wasn't. Great, I gotta deal with him too. He's been inside there for so long, you don't have to worry about him. Wait. Guys, for next week, I'll see you with Mega Man 8. And Nathan?
Yeah, John?
Get the hell out of my TV.
Will do, Johnny.
Okay, the hell? Everyone's happy, and Proto Man tells Mega Man that Duo thanks him for the assistance, ending Mega Man 8. After playing the 7 previous entries in the series, Mega Man 8 seems really lackluster in comparison. Now don't get me wrong, Mega Man 8 definitely looks and sounds like a title representing the 10th anniversary in the series, but gameplay-wise, it just feels off. Perhaps it's because of limited access of Rush or the uninspired bosses, maybe it's a lot of little things that just build up over time and hamper my experience overall. I know one thing for sure, I didn't have as much fun here as I did in previous games. Hell, I think Mega Man 7's a better game. Mega Man 8 is about on the same level as Mega Man 5 for me. Sure, the production values are top-notch for a 2D 5th generation title, but in terms of the game itself, it's just there. Maybe there was a reason I always rented the game instead of just buying it back in the 90s. Mega Man 8 is solid in its own way, but compared to the other games in the series, I feel there are better options. I would recommend you the Saturn version because of the added content such as the extra boss fights, the graphical touch-ups, and the bonus galleries you can view at your leisure, but unless you don't mind shelling out some money for an action replay and a Japanese copy of the game, you're going to be paying a pretty penny for the English version. Just try to avoid the version on the Anniversary Collection. Did I mention that version also has sound issues? Sorry, just proving a point. Okay, then 3 games left to look at, 2 more videos to go, folks. So I'll see you guys next time with Mega Man Base for the Super Nintendo in 1998. I hate trying to collect the bolts you have only one shot of getting, because if you screw up... Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't realize I wrote that. But regardless of Base's abilities, I didn't really have much fun with this one. I'll put it out there right now, I think this is the low point in the series. That may seem rather harsh and bizarre to some, but I couldn't even begin to tell you the amount of times I just wanted to stop playing. I had my share of problems with previous games, but nothing like this. If you're looking for a hard time, play this game. By all means, give it a shot. You might see something I don't. Now, the Game Boy Advance port. I'll sum it up in 2 words. Screen crunch. And you know what that means. Bullshit parts just got a whole lot bullshittier. I honestly don't know how people can enjoy this game with such a limited view. Screen crunch just spells trouble, and it's one of the 63 reasons why I gave ports like Sonic Genesis such a hard time. If you're going to play Mega Man and Base, please do everything you can to play the SNES original, because this... whatever, I already spent enough time bitching. Well, let's say we end this marathon, ladies and gentlemen. For the last video in the series, we're going to be taking a look at...
Johnny, you didn't seriously... What the hell?
Shit, sorry, Ryan. I thought you were... Never mind. What's up?
Okay, anyway, you're doing a Mega Man review and you didn't invite me?
Since when has it become a fucking law that I need to give my associates a heads up with this sort of shit?
Well, I'm going to join you on this next review anyway, so, which ones are you on?
Mega Man 9 and 10.
God damn it, you made me wait till the end of the classic series.
Dude, I've been doing this marathon since the beginning of August. Keep up with the times, man. By the way, are you doing Mega Man Base for Brain Scratch commentaries?
No, I'm not touching that game. You do it.
For fuck's sake.
Next time on Mega Man. Wait, didn't I already review all these?
Yeah, well, it's my turn now, so sit your ass down and prepare yourself for the 8-bit finale of the Mega Man Marathon. Next up is Mega Man 9 and 10. game in the lineup since Mega Man 10 came out in 2010, and it seems that whenever something new pops up, it just ends up being cancelled or plays like absolute shit. Before any of you tell me, yeah, I am aware of Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, but seeing as that was initially a fan-made game that was officially endorsed by Capcom, I felt it didn't count for this marathon. Now, I'm not shitting on the game in general. In fact, at this point in time, I haven't even played the game yet. But Street Fighter Cross Mega Man feels more like a spin-off more than a continuation of the classic series.
The future doesn't look completely bleak for the Blue Bomber. After all, his inclusion in the next Smash Bros. Trailer just goes to show how much fans really love the little dude, and the existence of Mighty Number 9 may revitalize some interest in the Mega Man franchise if, it ends up doing well. With Capcom being in a state of financial uncertainty at this point in time, I can only hope Mega Man finds some safe ground soon. I don't know, maybe Nintendo can purchase the IP at this point. That probably wouldn't help much overall, but I think fans of the series would like to see something happen to Mega Man instead of remaining in the limbo like he is right now.
Now, you guys have all heard my opinions on each individual game, but I can say now the classic Mega Man series as a whole is something I could recommend to any fan of platformers and action games. If you haven't done so already, go try out a Mega Man game on the Virtual Console, Xbox Live Arcade, or PlayStation Network. Oh, get the Anniversary Collection and save yourself a buck or two.
I personally recommend starting with Mega Man 2. It's not too difficult, but still provides enough challenge. It began a lot of traditions that other games in the series would follow, and I think overall it's the most solid game in the series.
And if you would like to hear Ryan's full opinions on Mega Man's 1 through 10, you can catch his full reviews on his YouTube channel, Narrowman214. Assuming you have nothing to do for the rest of the day.
John, your Sonic 06 review is over 50 minutes long. You really have no right to judge me.
Yeah, I'll judge as much as I want. I have to get that. Ryan, I'll see you later.
Don't forget you're doing Mega Man and Big...
Fucking jerk.
You're not finished yet, fool. There's still Emperor Sardius.
Emperor Sardius is an absolute joke, just like Astaroth in the first game. He only has one attack that's very easy to dodge, and he never puts that huge body to use. With a few bracelet shots to the face, Emperor Sardius explodes, and Princess Prin Prin is saved.
This can't be. I was sure you would go mad from playing these two games back to back.
Well, the first game certainly made me mad, but sometimes you can't completely judge a game until you play it for yourself. With that said, fuck Ghosts and Goblins. Don't play this. It's so fucking hard to the point where it just sucks 8-bit ass. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is definitely the better pick of the two, but I wouldn't recommend trying to get the real ending. It's not worth anything but bragging rights.
I waited 3 years to get my vengeance on you.
Just get out of here. Go haunt some helpless 5-year-old who reads too many internet ghost stories.
Very well. But there is one more game you will play before our deal is done.
Oh, come on. You said you would go after playing these two games.
Oh, you're not going to play this game now. When the time is right, you'll know. Until then, I look forward to our last meeting, Johnny. Tell your brother I said hello. Oh, and tell your other brother to suck it.